The vivo V40 Pro and Honor 200 Pro are the most popular portrait camera phones with big batteries in the market right now. You guys have been asking for a comparison, and this is the video that you have been waiting for. So let's begin. Before we get into details, I want to begin the comparison with the battery drain test, because these phones have high capacity and high density batteries fitted into their sleek bodies. The vivo V40 Pro has a 5500 mAh blue volt battery, and the Honor 200 Pro has a 5200 mAh silicon carbon battery, which is just a slight difference in numbers, but we want to find out how different are they in the real world. So these phones are now charged to 100%, and we are going to do a 4K video recording on these two phones for 2 hours and find out which one remains the most battery after that.
Two hours later.
Alright, so look at the battery life here. The Honor 200 Pro has 41% of battery life, whereas the vivo V40 Pro has 45%, so that's 4% more than the Honor 200 Pro. And in fact, in our PCMark benchmark, we managed to get 4 more hours on the vivo V40 Pro as compared to the Honor 200 Pro, which gives you a very good idea on how these two phones will perform if you're intending to use this for video shooting or photo shooting the entire day. Alright, so that was a fun battery drain test that we did right there. So in terms of battery charging speeds, the vivo V40 Pro can be fast charged with 80 watts, and the Honor 200 Pro has faster 100 watt fast wire charging. In our real world test with both screens turned on, the vivo V40 Pro can be charged to 33% in 30 minutes, and the Honor 200 Pro can be charged to 40% at the same time, which gives you a very good idea on how fast they charge while you're using both phones actively. It is a mere 8% difference, but given that the vivo V40 Pro has a larger battery with slightly slower charging speeds, it is still very impressive as compared to the Honor 200 Pro. But if both their screens are turned off, they will be able to get fully charged in less than an hour. The vivo V40 Pro and Honor 200 Pro have their respective attractive designs. They both have similar size 6.78-inch AMOLED screens with decent brightness levels that look good outdoors. Despite that, the vivo V40 Pro has better durability as it has IP68 and IP69 water and dust resistance, which the Honor 200 Pro only comes with IP65. In terms of specs, the vivo V40 Pro is powered by a MediaTek Dimensity 9200 Plus processor, and the Honor 200 Pro is powered by a Snapdragon 8S Gen 3. They come with 12GB of RAM and up to 512GB of storage. To be honest, I don't find any real-world difference in terms of app launch speed and gaming performance. But when it comes to thermal cooling and power efficiency, I have to give it to the Dimensity 9200 Plus processor on the vivo V40 Pro. As you have already seen it in the earlier battery test, it is one of the main factors that it pulls so far away from the Honor 200 Pro despite only having slightly more battery capacity than the Honor 200 Pro. Both phones have very different ideas when it comes to their cameras and how they take portraits. In terms of hardware, the vivo V40 Pro has an advantage over the Honor 200 Pro with triple 50-megapixel Zeiss cameras. The Honor 200 Pro has a 50-megapixel wide and telephoto camera but cuts down the resolution to 12 megapixel on its ultra-wide camera. No doubt these phones take pretty good looking photos in general. The vivo V40 Pro's images have cleaner details, all thanks to the use of Zeiss optics, while there's also lesser detail loss compared to the Honor 200 Pro when taking photos in low light. However, what we really want to talk about is portrait photos that both phones are emphasizing. The vivo V40 Pro has many features to deliver a great portrait shot, including multifocal portrait that offers 5 focal lengths of 23, 35, 50, 85, and 100mm for different portrait styles. It also has Zeiss-style portraits with several bokeh styles to make a portrait stand out, and most importantly, the Aura Light Portrait 3.0, a soft lighting with 2 color temperatures that brightens up your portraits in low light. In contrast, the Honor 200 Pro has a limited focal length for taking portraits. Though I sometimes love how the Akuo portrait color profiles take my portrait photos, it requires properly lighted scenes to make them stand out, which is why the vivo V40 Pro is the more versatile portrait camera phone. Both phones feature 50-megapixel front cameras, but only the vivo V40 Pro's front camera comes with autofocus and is also Zeiss certified for great portraits, which can be super useful if you're taking photos with friends and family. So, what do you think about the vivo V40 Pro and the Honor 200 Pro? Which large battery portrait camera phone would you go for? Let me know in the comments. So that's all for this comparison. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.